Hey Cowboys, Neighbors, Friends. Welcome back to True North Kitchen, Cooking with Derek. If it's your first time here, welcome aboard. And if you've come back for another visit, I do appreciate it. Stay tuned. Something's going on tonight that you maybe haven't made before. Stuffed potatoes. Years ago, and I'm talking early 80s, I cooked and waited tables, worked at the Brown Derby, which was a nice little bistro in Vancouver on Granville Street, Theatre Row. And one of our featured items on the menu was a stuffed potato. And I'll show you how we used to make them and how you can make them at home. You can make them individually, like we did, in serving for one, or you can make a stuffed potato in a slightly larger dish for two, or in this instance, I'm making a family size because I'm freaking hungry and I like leftovers. So stick around. We're going to make a stuffed potato out of the Brown Derby, and I miss that place. I miss Theatre Row. It was good times. So stick around. Stuffed potatoes, my style. Here we are. I haven't moved far. I just angled the camera a bit different. I'm at the kitchen table where I do most of my prep, most of my cooking. It's the center of the yurt and the center of, I think, many homes, the kitchen table. So here we go. I'm making, as I pointed out, I'm making this size. Before I went to work this morning, I put these fresh yellow Alberta potatoes in the microwave to bake. I went to work, they sat there, they waited for me to come home. So my hands are clean. I haven't been home 10 minutes. It's been a long work day. You can get something like this into the oven fast and then sit down and do whatever you need to do. Maybe you don't sit, maybe you have to go and get the kids ready to bath, or take the dog for a walk, or whatever your life needs. Moving on, take your baked potatoes, cut across in the middle, squeeze them open, and put them in your baking dish. I've already greased this. You can use butter or lard. I used lard because it has no flavor, and it really does a nice job on making sure things don't stick. So you open them up, and you just put them in your baking dish. Just like that. And this is a meal that can serve family or company, or just yourself if you're on your own. Just depends on how big you make it. So keep an eye out for any spots in the potato that you might not want to serve to yourself or guests. And I see one right there. I'm going to pick that out and get rid of that. So next step, I've got the potatoes all opened up. I'm going to take butter. This is what some people might call a dairy forward meal, because it does take a bit of dairy to make this really come together and sing. So just dot your potatoes with some salted butter. It will give a creaminess and a taste, and fat carries flavor. And let's not be afraid of throwing a bit of flavor into your meal. So I've put some butter on top. I'm going to grab the salt and pepper, and I'm just going to sprinkle with some. This is Italian sea salt, fine, and some ground black pepper. Use fresh if you like. I've got some in a shaker, so I'm just going to put that on. The next thing I'm going to do is grab sour cream. I'm going to take about a teaspoon at a time and just dot it around on these potatoes. Like I say, this comes together really fast. In the background, you might have heard a beep. I have the oven preheating to 400 degrees, convection roast. I'm also going to grab more dairy, because what's life without dairy? And I'm going to add just some pieces of cream cheese. Just going to dot that in there. That's some extra richness, extra smoothness, extra everything. It really does elevate this dish. Years ago, we used to soften the cream cheese and then whip it and add sour cream and keep it in a piping bag. But I don't think most home cooks need to do that. I certainly don't. Now, At this point, after you've added 3 layers of dairy, I mean, what's not to like about that? Now comes the choice of toppings. One of the ones we used to sell was chopped tomatoes with cooked bacon bits and then the cheeses on top. Another one we sold was crab meat, cheese, and then asparagus spears on top. That's quite a posh dish. You could serve that to company. You can put anything you want. You can use some leftover chili or a can of chili. You can use some leftover beef stew that doesn't have potatoes, or maybe it does. Use some leftover beef stew. You can put virtually anything you want. Smoked Alaska black cod with dill, oh my gosh. Smoked salmon, ooh. There's anything you want to put in a stuffed potato like this, individual or family style, you can do. If you have people over and have a number of individual baking dishes, you can have individual toppings out and people can build their own. Like people build their own pizzas, people build their own tacos, they can build their own stuffed potatoes and then into the oven and wait a while and hesto presto, you've got a nice dinner. Anyways, I'm going to use canned beans. I'm using Sprague, good Canadian brand, and these are their cowboy beans. That's with brown sugar and bacon. And I'm going to take the lid off and give them a stir. And I'm just going to spoon them over the top of this. So it's a high protein meal from the beans. It has plenty of carbohydrates, or starches as we used to call them, from the potatoes. If you served a green salad or some cooked vegetables or some coleslaw on the side, you really do have a complete dinner. In this instance, I'm using canned beans because that's what's on hand. And I just got home from work and I'm throwing supper together. You can do it too. A little bit of help, somebody can grate the cheese for you, whatever. So I've got this. The next step is I need some cheese on top. I'm going to grate up some mozzarella. I have a block of mozzarella here and my handy dandy hand grater. And with the cheese, you can do anything you want. If you chose an Italian style stuffed potato, dare I say, it's maybe Italians wouldn't make it, but I think you could put chopped tomatoes, some chopped, I don't know, salami or mortadella, or some tiny meatballs, whatever, some Italian seasoned ground beef cooked up. You could put that on top, and then mozzarella and Parmesan. Wouldn't that be? That's a nice taste option. But I'm going to use not a lot. Doesn't have to. You don't have to kill it. If you want extra cheese, go for it. It's your dinner and your potato. So I've got the mozzarella cheese on top. Now to bump this flavor up, I have a piece of Red Fox cheese. That's a smoked red Leicester from England. It is so good. I'm getting hooked on this stuff. I bought a piece on discount, and I'll be paying full price next time I want some because it is an extraordinary cheese. So I'm going to add that on top. Excuse me. You know what I need? I need a sip of whiskey. Turns out I have a glass right here. Just like the good Lord intended. Straight, nothing added. Okay, now this is ready for the oven. Because they've got the oven it's preheated. I'm going to pop that in. I can put these few ingredients away, clean up, and supper is in the oven. It's going to be ready in about half an hour. I'll show you this when it's done. I do hope you give this method of making a quick supper for you, family, friends. Give it a try. It's really good. Thanks for sticking around so far. Hey, Cowboys, neighbors, friends. Well, guess what? Supper's done. It's in the oven behind me. It has been 48 minutes since I started this whole adventure. And supper's ready. So I don't think that's very long to wait to have a meal that would divvy up for 2 people or 4 people. You got a couple of kids, a couple of portions of this. That'll weigh them down and give them a good night's sleep, send them off to the land of wink and blink and a nod. And for the adults in the family, some coleslaw on the sides, some fresh vegetables, whatever. it'll do the same thing for you. Or make a meal for one person and then a couple of leftover portions for lunches the next day. Anyways, in a short time at all, you can take the humble leftover baked potato, ones that, like the ones I left in the microwave when I went to work this morning, and I'll show you what the results are. Hang on. Okay, I'm going to turn the oven off. Cancel. I'm going to reach in, and this is hotter than the hubs of you know what, as my mother used to say. So just cancel that whole thing. Check this out. It is a wonderful, wonderful meal. It's comforting, it's filling, it's nutritious. Like I say, finish the nutrition balance with some coleslaw, salad, fresh veggies on the side. It is really a hot meal right now. I'm going to have a sip of the Scottish Water of Life, and then I'm going to serve some up and show you what it looks like. Just some into a bowl. And here you go. Let's give it a taste. I tell you, it's so hot. Look at this. Like I say, the cowboy baked beans, that's with brown sugar and bacon. You can put chili on it. You can put whatever you want. If I have a full portion of this, it'll send me off to the land of wink and blink and a nod. It'll sit well in the stomach. Thanks for following along. Do give stuffed potatoes a try. And thanks for joining the True North Kitchen. Good night, folks.